Alright, how's it going? Welcome back. I guess me more than anything. I'm jumping into a vintage cube drift here on Magic Online. Been a minute since I have done much. This isn't the powered, this is the powered cube. It's not the no holds barred cube, though I enjoyed that one quite a bit. I ended up doing pretty well in it. Looking at the pack here, some pretty safe first picks in Tamiyo and Guide of Souls. Sneak Attack could be speculative. I haven't drafted a Sneak Attack deck this season at all, so like throughout the No Holds Barred cube and this cube. And I usually liked those. Those were decks that I've drafted a lot in the past. But watching different people online, hearing different people's ideas on how to draft, I've decided to try theirs out a little bit more, and it's been actually going really well for me. Usually I've just been drafting towards cards that are pretty impactful on their own. Tamiyo is pretty good. But Guide of Souls isn't a color I would rather be in, so take that. Had I taken Tamiyo, probably would have snap picked this Urza. Could still do that. Chain Lightning, reasonable card. I could just say I want to be Boros. Elspeth's good top end. But good top end is fine. There's lots of options for that. Thraben Inspector's unexciting. I don't think Urza's really going to do it. It's funny, it's just that Urza's like this really great card, but it's kind of outclassed by a lot of the 4-drops in different colors. Or even 3-drops. I mean, I'll take a White Plume over Urza most of the time. Yeah, you know, I could take a Mana Leak, I could take a Pentad Prism. I'm just going to take Chain Lightning. It's cheap, it's interactive. Now, oh boy, third pick, Gut. There we go. There's not really anything in this pack that competes with Gut. Had I taken the Sneak Attack, I'd think about Torsten here. But Gut is, baby, Gut's something else. Maybe Pest Infestation comes back around. So, let's see. Glimmerlands, or Giver of Runes, or Sarah Paragon. What I like about Glimmerlands is it works well with Gut because it gives you 2 permanents. You can sacrifice the token, or you can sacrifice the actual equipment. Probably the token most of the time. Because you attack with it, you get the draw trigger, and then you turn it into a 4/1 skeleton. It's just a strict upgrade. Probably just going to take Glimmerlands here. Giver is a really good card, absolutely, but I think I like that a little bit more. Reprieve here, pretty good. So, Unholy Heat's good. Ranger Captain gets you a 1-drop. I'm sure this card's fine. I just feel like for 3 white mana, there are cards that are... It's just like, it's hard when you're comparing them to like the cards that are in the same like mana cost as them. Like, Ranger Captain feels a little bit outclassed. Spellbinder's pretty good here. Had I taken Urza, Saheeli'd be okay. Narset's a reasonable blue card. I could have considered that too. But Elite Spellbinder is where we're at. I think a Descendant of Storm sounds good. It's that or an Urza's Bauble. But I kind of like the Descendant of Storms. Works. I like to keep saying this. It works well with Gut. And, you know, you'll find there's a lot of cards that are pretty reasonable with Gut. They work well with them. But that is, I guess, one of the reasons why he's so good. Okay, so here, I could take this Lion Sash. It's a fine card, but I'd rather just take the Sunbaked Canyon. It's so late, I don't think I'd see it come back. 1 second, Desmond. There. Sorry, cat's getting in the window. I'm just making some room for him. I guess, as you'll have noticed, I've moved where I'm at in the house here. Just kind of cluttered. We were making some room on things. It's kind of nice. Now I'm in the office here, kind of where the computer desk should have been probably all along, and Makes it a little easier for me to do this, hopefully. I don't know. We'll see. So here, I could speculate on being Jeskai, and if I were going to do that, I'd want the Hallowed Fountain before I'd want either of these cards. Mockingbird's perfectly fine. It's pretty good, probably. Consider's also pretty good, but I'll just board. I'll put it where I can see it, but I'm not going to take Coalition Relic for this deck. Sparez doesn't help me with anything. I don't really want to be an Omnath deck. I'm going to put an Endurance in my board. There's a chance that I take some green. Not really anything for me here either. Like, I'm not going to be Domain. I guess I'll put a Thespian Sage aside. I'm not wanting much of this. So, Scolding, Storm Chaser's Talent. If I'm going to play blue, it would be Storm Chaser's Talent, probably. Unholy Heat's good. I mean, that does make it easier. The one thing to note on this is that I'm not a big Verge fan. Honestly, there's so many of them that are awkward when you play them if you don't have a way to turn on both sources. They just don't tap for the... Like, so many don't tap for the one you want first. Like, the green-red one taps for red before it taps for green. So this is a Johnny, and it's not close. Say it with me. Good with gut. You play a Johnny, the next turn you play gut, you sack the cat, guess what? Gut's a red permanent. Path would be an excellent card. We're not going to see that come back. It'd be nice to see a Soul Guide. I doubt that'll come back. Honestly, my highest hope for coming back is Galvanic Discharge. I might put a Grease Wrench Goblin in my deck, but it's not really for us. It's a discard deck thing. I did not take the Esperland. Bowmasters is really nice. Probably should just take Fable. Keeps me on color. Man, Bowmasters, though. It's a good card. Elegant Parlor is a card that would help with my mana, so is Prismatic Vista. Maybe I should be taking Vista here. Fable is really good. Is Fable really good? Fable's fine. I'm going to take Prismatic Vista. I don't know how many times I can, like how many, I could probably count how many times I've said like, oh, I'm going to take this really good card over the land, and then later I kind of regret it because my mana base is just like not great and I have too many playables. But here, certainly we'll take a Solitude. Mana Confluence, I'm not even like guaranteed to play blue. This is just here because I could play it. Balance, not a balanced deck. Fairy Mastermind would be a reason to play blue. It's an okay card. Not a huge... Oh, man. I really want to... But I'm probably going to slam Ancient Tomb. Othari is one of those cards where it just wins you the game on its own. It's been wheeling typically in these cubes. I don't like to bank that it's going to wheel. But I do enjoy me an Othari. However, I think Ancient Tomb's just probably better. It's an accelerant. Felia or Windswept Heath. Though Heath currently doesn't really do much for me. It should do something for me. Felia is really good with a lot of the things I have currently, though. Spellbinder, Glimmerlands, a Johnny. Helps with a Guide of Souls. Yeah, we're going to take a Felia here. Probably just take a Marsh Flats now. Screaming Nemesis is just another 3-drop, the 3/3 haste with text on it. I don't think I'm a good VV deck. I've got 3 non-creature spells. Ponder would be an okay reason to keep blue cards in my deck. But let's take a Marsh Flats. We'll make it work. There we go. Not really missing out on much. Arena of Glory would be a card I'd take, but let's take a Sacred Foundry. Currently, this Johnny doesn't have many red permanents to fight with. Good Staff the Storyteller deck. Huh. That is a weird card to wheel. That is a really weird card to, like, come back. Path to Exile is premium removal. I mean, it's instant speed, 1 mana, your thing is gone forever. I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. Now that we have that, Elegant Parlor being a tap land isn't my favorite, but it does fix my mana, and I think that's probably more important. You need a hand, Desmond. Come here, buddy. Oh, there you go, old man. You got stuck in the window. Yeah, it's that or Winds of Abandon. And I don't think I need a Winds of Abandon. I'll take the land here. Well, I'm certainly not playing Blazing Rituala, so I'll take a Seachrome Coast. But, like, blue's just kind of not... Am I even discarding anything anywhere in this deck? Had I taken the Fable, yes, but I didn't. Huh. Sure, whatever. I'm pretty happy with where I'm at. Like, yes, I missed out on Fable of the Mirror Breaker, but over Prismatic Vista, or was that Ancient Tomb? No, Ancient Tomb was over Othari, which we're not getting it. That was the Othari pack just there. Flicker Wisp is actually pretty good. Soul Cauldron's fine, but... Stoneforge Mystic doesn't do anything for me currently. Maybe I can open a Skull Clamp, but I'd much prefer a Mox. Maybe a little Mox Pearl here. I'd take a Mox Ruby. Okay. I can take a Soul Ring. Soul Ring's not at its best currently here. The reason being is, like, Soul Ring's great for accelerating you into, like, 3s and 4s. Currently, I'm not doing a ton of that. Fury is a card that would be not amazing in my deck currently, but could get better. Tundra is not super important. Ademi is a card that hopefully wheels. Gao is not really for my deck. I'll take a Soul Ring. So now I'm probably going to look at some higher... Ooh. You know what does go good with a Soul Ring? 4th Eorlingus. Over a Mox Diamond. Yeah. Adeline would be cool, but slamming 4th Eorlingus. That's... in color. Just a house. I've got... I've got ways to accelerate in this bad boy. Heck yeah. Man, alright. Ooh, also good with Soul Ring. Missing out on Abrade, Eagles, Oliphant. I guess Enduring Innocence is a fine card, especially with the token generation. It could be pretty good, but Lelia is just really what I'm trying to do. So Cathar Commando does something that my deck doesn't currently do, which is get rid of artifacts and enchantments. Glorybringer should wheel, but it might not. And I can accelerate into that. And I could probably just take Inspiring Vantage out of this pack when it comes back. Also, Glorybringer's a red permanent for a Johnny. Not that that's super important. Here, it's just like easiest plateau of my life. Guardian Scalelord's a great card. Especially, like, I'm the deck for it. This card wheels. Probably, like, 80% of the time here. I'm gonna take Plateau. Make my mana really good. And, we're giving up on this blue mana nonsense, though. So here, it's this thing of, like, what does this do again? Experience can discard a card. Yeah, we're not doing that. Grimm's good. Legion Extruder. Another artifact. I'm not going to do that a ton. Goldspan? Come on down. Oh, look, typically I'd be like, man, this is too much top end, but like with a soul ring and an ancient tomb, let's take them top end plays. I'm gonna beat you down. Oh, now had I known I was getting a retrofitter foundry, that Legion extruder would have been more interesting. I might take that. It works well with Guide of Souls. It works well with Glimmerlands. It works well with, guess what? Gut. I'm going to keep saying it works well with Gut. Fourth works well with Gut. Oh, man. Goldspan Dragon works well with Gut. You know, Plateau actually works well with Gut. You can cast Gut with the red mana on this, and sometimes you can use the white mana to cast him, too. It's cast neutral cost. Alright, we'll take a Retrofit Foundry. I don't think it's much else here. The other cards are fine. I would put a Detective's Phoenix in my deck. There's no way I'm the Sunfall deck. However, I'll move to the sideboard. Yeah. So a Demi here is probably good enough. I don't think Gao really does anything for me, because it's stuff leaving yard, and I don't have any way to really do that. You can just barely see the cattail. Ooh, Smuggler's Copter? How did I not see that first time? Probably Lelia. Eagles? That is a land. Cathar Commando? I thought that would come back. Guardian Scale Lord? Heck yeah. See, this came together. So I've got 7 lands, which means I'm at 25 playables. I don't really count Soul Ring, but you kind of can. Probably 16 land Soul Ring? I don't want to do 17 land Soul Ring, do I? Well, okay, I've got 8 lands, though. So 32 minus 8 is 24. So just really cut one thing. But that's with the Soul Ring, too. Let's see what this looks like. So I want to, because you can count Eagles as a land most of the time. You're going to cycle it into the thing you want. Marsh Flats ended up being perfect for me. You know what, we could be the Brain Freeze deck. Brain Freeze? That's pretty good with Gut. Because you cast Gut, and then after you cast Gut, then you cast Brain Freeze. And Brain Freeze actually has Storm. It counts for Gut, so you get Brain Freeze them twice. Don't say I never gave you any important tips. There's not really any blue in here I'm like hurting for. Katara is a 2-mana 1/3 that whenever you cast a spell during their turn, you get an experience counter. Yeah. I'm going to do that rarely. I've got Felia. I've got Cathar Commando. I've got Unholy Heat. Okay. You are a land. And you are land adjacent. So if I added 8, we'd be at 16 land and a Soul Ring. And I think I feel okay with that. It's saying... So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I've got my red sources kind of on lock. Sure. I like that most of my double pip costs come at the top end. That being said, I'm hoping to get to my top end faster. This deck just kind of builds itself, huh? Pretty straightforward. I don't see anything else that I'm looking to do here. Let's just try to jump into a game. Ooh, on the play. And... okay. Yeah, this is fine. I'll keep this. Probably play... Here's the thing. I would rather be able to Goldspan Dragon sooner than Flicker Whisper Solitude sooner. So I'll play the Mountain. And I am just going to slam this Retrofitter. Alright. Had to go get myself some fresh hot coffee, which I don't know if you knew this. It's pretty good with Gut. So I'm kidding around on that. Gut is kind of a house of a card. Thing that is kind of insane there is, well, I'm not going to explain Gut to you. You understand how Gut works. My thing is just that, like, so I have a paper Vintage Cube. You know, I've proxied the power and I am slowly working through putting more and more of the cards in there being real, and say that I'm like at least 70% real on my cube, which I'm very proud of, but so here I could play a Flicker Wisp. What does Flicker Wisp do for me? Nothing. If I play an Ancient Tomb, nothing. Or I could, if I play the Ancient Tomb, I could make a 4/4, couldn't I? So I pay 1 and tap it, and then I pay 3 and untap it. Sure. So we'll make a 4/4. They can't stop me from doing it. I mean, okay. That's in the cube? It doesn't really feel good enough. 3 mana, get a land. The Earthbend doesn't really do much for you. And then whenever land enters, you put a counter on it if this has 4 or more quest counters. Well, that I will just Flicker Wisp. Sec. Okay, another planes is, so this is whenever it, well, let's just bash for 4 right now. Not sure what that priority pause is. They're tapped out, so it means they have nothing, and they forgot to F6, or they're trying to fake me out, or they have a Solitude. Those are kind of like the 3 options here. They don't look like they're going to Pyrokinesis me. They could Snuff Out, I suppose. I would be okay with a Snuff Out, because I can just keep doing this whole Retrofitter nonsense. Solitude has Flash. Okay. Well, I'm not going to Flicker Wisp the Earthbender's Ascension, right? That would just get them a land. That was weird. Maybe that was on my end. Alright, you're up. Now I have blue, so I'm not super worried about this Solitude play. If they just use the Portico to attack, kind of fine with me. Forest Cycling, sure. Savannah. Dark Confidant, sure. Stoneforge Mystic, that's a lot of permanents. I'll probably Solitude the Stoneforge. Never mind. Stoneforge or Solitude the Bob. Do I really want to Solitude that? I suppose I would like to, yeah. Nocta and Italy's fine. Bash. Because now I'm going to kill their Nocta and Italy. And I can still make a retrofitter token? Phenomenal. Let's flicker Solitude. So they have a play. Sure, yeah, take one of my two things. Tide Hollow Sculler doesn't really do it right now. I mean, if I make a Retrofitter token, suddenly my Solitude flies. Trust me when I tell you, this is like so far from enough that it hurts. Another one puts me to 3. I can make, then I untap it, and then I can make a servo. So I can't get there, but I'm just gonna go to bash. So 2/4. I'm gonna offer up the construct, and the reason why is they have to double block it, and it lets me kill something. If I put 2 counters, this is... Oh, is that lethal? It becomes 7 plus 3? No. Or it becomes 6. Okay. Okay, Solitude's in the air. I'm going to gain 5 life. So they have to block the construct. Single block. Bold. Red source is fine, but I don't really need it. Currently they're gonna bash for add 2 to everything, 5 to 10 damage, plus another 14 damage. And I can chump things? Sure. I guess you can put a counter on the Ouroboros. I don't think that does anything, though. Clamp, actually quite bad here. No, it's not quite bad, but you can clamp on the Town Greeter. So they're going to add, this will be 6, 18 damage. Still not enough. Cool. So they are green-white-ish stuff. I feel pretty happy about where I'm at. I mean, that was a pretty fair hand from me. Fair-ish, fair light. You know, I kind of just won on the back of, like, I could play 1 card every turn, and they were good cards. Would have loved another red source in that game, obviously, but, like, the Solitude with the Flicker Wisp worked out really well. Who knew? Flicker Wisp, good with ETBs. Sure. Verge and a Mox. Okay. And to a horse. A Demi. So I can ambush the horse. Could. Well, ambushing the horse is not going to work out so well. Kind of is fine here. We've got lots of 2-drops to play. Probably should take Cathar Commando, otherwise I can just trade Cathar Commando for the Tide Hollow Sculler. Alright. Let's Stoneforge Mystic. You got it. I play Savannah. I get a Stoneforge for a Skull Clamp. I hope so. Barrow-goyf. I will Solitude that given the chance. Loran. Sure, Loran's annoying, but... Alright, I have to pay 1. Yeah, what's up?
Orange pan on the little copper pan, is that clean? On the stove?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
You're fine. You're fine. So they know about the Ademi. They get ambush Barrow-goyf. I can Solitude if I need to. Probably will if they play an Ouroboros. Loran. Loran's fine. I'm not gonna. It's a 2/3. Okay. You have removal. They didn't mean to do that. Oh, they did mean to do that. Okay. Why didn't they just exile my guy? Paid the kicker right? No, they didn't. No. Alright. I'd kind of like to wait to draw for Solitude, which means I'm going to take a hit this turn. But they have 2 cards in hand. I think I can make it through this. Let's just find out what they do. Because a Reprieve could do something. It draws me a card at the very least. I hope they play something big. Fine. Perfect. So here, we've got Solitude, they mill, they get Town Greeter. Feel free. Stoneforge to get the Skull Clamp. Sure. Seems aggressive. I still don't take 6 on this, so... Gain 3? Absolutely. Spellbinder, great. If I draw a land, I could go Goldspan Spellbinder. And they're gonna go Preacher the Schism. Badger Mole Cub or Ouroboros? How about neither? Oh, right. Duh. Cecil. Yeah. They're just loading up the board. And that's certainly a problem. No reach, so I go. Okay. Clamp or rumble? Rumble. Clamp's doing them very little right now. But that does mean they can't kill anything on my board currently. So I do get a block. They can kill the Lorien immediately and draw cards if they'd like. Or the Town Greeter, actually. That's what they should do. They're going to let me block, and they're not going to draw cards. Seems odd. Here I take 5, but I gain 3. Dude. Ooh, Flicker Wisp. That could be pretty good. It can get me... Okay, wait a minute. This is fine. Clamp second main. Nether Goyf. Sure. They have 11 cards in library. They have 7 cards in library. So they put a Lush Portico in their hand? Okay. Path. Wow, what a draw. So if I go Flicker Wisp, I kind of need to go Glimmerlin, Staff, hold up Path. I could get the thingy with the Goldspan Dragon. That actually seems not unreasonable, because then I could flicker the Goldspan and I make more treasures. It's too late now, right? So if this attacks, I make a treasure. Play the Flicker Wisp, hold up Path. Okay. They have 4 cards in library. This Path might not even get them anything anymore. And if it does, they might not even want to take it. Can they even attack with Preacher of the Schism? They're at 2. They're at 1 card in library if they sacrifice this an attack. I don't think they know that. I mean, I know they don't know that. Well, actually, I don't know they don't know that. They probably know that. They should know that. Makta and Italy. Sure. Please attack. I promise it goes well for you. Okay. You draw a card. You're at 3 in library. Now. Yeah. Okay. Nice. I get to draw a card. I could draw 2 cards if I really wanted to. I feel like I'm going crazy right now. Like, do they not know how many cards are in their library? Wild. Oh, it has to be white? Okay. I am not going to do that because currently, please bobble me. They lose if they bobble here. Okay. They lose after this turn regardless. So they find a Godless Shrine. They've got 1 card in library. When they attack with Preacher, they go to 0. I'll make profitable blocks, take 2 damage. Sure. I'm going to let them keep the Bob. No cards in deck. Did any of them do anything? Crazy, wild game. I kind of feel like we didn't have to play that last game there. Like, I'm not trying to be rude, but really, like, our opponent just kind of did things that made it so that they couldn't win, rather than we did things to stop them from winning, if that makes sense. Like, I made plays to continue the game, and certainly it looked bad for me for a lot of that game, but really, they were not crushing it. Huh. Feel pretty good about that game, though. A deck like that feels like very unfocused. Again, I'm not being rude. I'm just kind of talking through what I'm seeing. Just the fact that there was some amount of Reanimator. They had a Reanimate. They had a Nethergoyf and a Barrelgoyf. But they didn't seem to have anything big. And, I could have been wrong and missed it and not looked at their whole thing here. And I can always go back and look at that. But I don't think that their deck seemed like it was doing anything particularly well. Like, I'm not sure what Town Greeter's doing in there other from milling you. Like, getting a land off that, or the Earthbender's Ascension. Like, they didn't seem like they were a landfall deck. They didn't seem like they were a Reanimator deck. They just seemed like they were, like, green, black, and white with no particular direction, which you got to be careful of. Turn 1, Descendant of Storms. Turn 2, it was a 4-1 the whole time. Turn 3, 4th Earlingus. Okay. Alright. Oh my gosh. Wow. Don't Thoughtseize me. Yes. I will accept it if this dies. I deserve that. Oh. Okay. Bad news. I played the wrong land. No. Put a 1/1 counter on it. They don't block. I'd rather have more idiots, though. God dang, I'm stupid. Really would have preferred to make the 1/1 there. This does mean they don't block. God dang it. Man, I got so excited about that gut. I misplayed that. That could cost me. You know, mistakes do happen, but, like, this is one of the things where, like, you know, it's these little things I have to get a little bit better on. Because, like, it happens to everybody. You play the wrong land, but I wasn't thinking, right? I wasn't paying attention, and I really should have been there. I know better than to do what I did, but I still did it. So that's on me. Next turn, the question is now, do I double down on this, like, I messed up and still play gut, or do I just go, screw it, let's play Fourth Year Lingus? I guess it depends on what they play right now. Also, I don't really dig these. It's just a bunch of evolving wilds. Like, I get it, I guess. Right? Oh, they're going to sack it even? Boy. Yeah, I'm just going to Fourth Year Lingus. They can't take the initiative or the monarch from me. And then I can just start bashing with skeletons. I got a lightning bolt or chain lightning. There it is. Okay, they might have a play here. Let's find out. Dang. Nope. Okay. We're gonna sack that. I feel like Spellbinder's too slow here, because I could go Spellbinder, and then what am I chain lightninging? Nah. Let's just hit them. They don't seem to be... Okay. Alright. Good luck. Huh. You need a haste creature? Pronto. Uro, huh? They're theoretically domain? Exploration. Sure. Not really sure what they're trying to do here. Exploration into no land drop. Okay, there we go. Crucible of Worlds, cool. Maybe they have strip. I hope they have strip. If they're just playing this to just play fetch lands, then, like, sure. Oh, no. Don't let me do this to you. I gotta go gut. And then I could play a staff if I'd really like to. Or I could, I've got 4, I'll go up to 5. I could play the Spellbinder and something else. Oh, no. 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 You're at 10? Oh. Wait a minute. So if I play gut... Oh, I could play gut, sack the staff, and then I get in for a lot more. Or sack the token. Yeah, that's actually what we're going to do. My opponent certainly did do a lot of stuff. Don't really think it worked out well for him. Look, it was a skeleton the whole time. The skeleton was inside the 1/1 spirit the whole time. They just were off of it. Okay. Yeah. They're dead anyway. Sweet. Yeah, geez Louise. All of this kind of slow, dirtily stuff. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure they're doing something, but, like, again, I don't know. This will do nicely. Bountiful Landscape. So they're playing 2 of these. I saw those last game, but still, it seems a little... I think this works out better if I do it this way. Oh, excuse me. That was very rude of me. Not thinking. The Guide of Souls, and then I'm just gonna... Man, I'm really close to gold spanning them. Yeah, next turn I slam... I don't know. Got flash creatures? They don't even need to know what I'm flash slamming. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Huh. Okay. Pretty much any land's a good draw. Elegant Parlor excluded. Cathar Commando is actually kind of a beating here. Badger Mole Cub. Yeah, sure, you got it. It's a forest. Okay, quick little rant here. Badger Mole Cub is one of those cards where, like, people rant and rave about how good it is, but everything is contextual. And the context on Badger Mole Cub is that it is good when you're doing unfair things. And if the best thing you can currently do is make a 2/2 that taps for 2 mana, that's not good enough in Vintage Cube, especially when you can't use it immediately. You need to put this on a strip mine, you need to put it on a fetch land, something, so that you are getting value out of it beyond what the card would have normally given you. Yes, an extra mana is nice, but it is not nearly good enough in this cube. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna play Ophelia. We're going to hope to draw. I mean, that's fine, I suppose. So, how aggressive do I want to get? Because I could Solitude, pitching the Flicker Wisp. Or is it Solitude, pitching Cathar Commando, and just live with the fact that, like, whatever. Because, like, Felia... I can make Felia fly right now. Right? Because what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to make a token. Put me to 2. I'm going to make... Oh, and then I can play Cathar Commando afterwards. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to flicker my Soul Ring. Now Ophelia is going to be like freaking huge. 4 in the air becomes 5. And because Cathar Commando has flash, I can get them. I don't see a reason to do that immediately, though. I think I agree with that play. That worked out pretty well. I did a couple of things. I'm not excited about burning the Solitude on the Badger Mole Cub, but it lets Ophelia get in there as a flyer, and it stops a little bit of things. See, I'm not super worried about this, because it's coming in tapped. I'll let them do this. If this is the best they've got right now, like, fine. They're dying very quickly. Deathrite Shaman. Alright. Hopefully this isn't Ophelia removal, but, like, I will survive if it is. Again, pretty much any untapped mana source here. Well, actually, any untapped mana source here is exactly what I'm looking for this Goldspan Dragon. Then I just start beating him down. But, like, if I get to keep Philia, like, this game is over. I just start flickering things. They add a green. Green's not going to do it. This is exploration, I swear to God. Yeah. Natural order. Okay. Atraxa? Worldspine Worm would be annoying. Because I can't really do much to keep it gone forever. My Solitude's gone. I could path it if I draw path. I don't really want to crack the Sunbaked Canyon to try to find it either, because if I find it and I don't find another white source, then I can't cast it anyways. That's not nearly good enough. I can beat that. I can beat that super easily. I am flashing the heck out of this Cathar Commando. He's just coming in there. Uh-huh. I don't give a crap about your Crucible right now. You can have it. Well, I guess if I flash that, they get a card. What I could do is I could just go. Is there? No, there's no way I can use this profitably for mana. But I can make it harder for them to attack with the Vaultborn. Sure. Now, I could actually untap it with my mana currently, and then I could get in the air more. How do I want to do this? I think I'm just going to race you. So they're going to take 10 in the air. Somehow, they only have 4 lands out. I mean, I don't have as many lands as them. That's very apparent. No response. So I can sack this if I need to. But I mean, I have a 4/4. I don't really know what they're going to do about that. I've got lethal in the air. They need an answer currently. Natural order for Vaultborn. It's a good play. It's just not great here. If this isn't like... I mean, Philia's out of range for red removal. Yep. They have to have white based removal currently. Blue would work too because they could bounce, but they have to have white or blue mana to remove Philia because a red mana Pyroblast doesn't do it, Pyrokinesis doesn't do it, not Pyroblast, Fireblast. Fireblast doesn't do it, Pyrokinesis doesn't do it, Fury doesn't do it. If they have no other plays, the game is over. Cool. This is another moment where it's like, I don't really know what, and I'm sorry, but I enjoy talking about this, so this is me talking about this, not ragging on this person, I promise you. But I don't really understand what their goal was here. We see Crucible, and we saw an exploration. I never saw anything along the lines of, like, Wasteland or Strip Mine. And those, while it is certainly a reasonable idea to go, hey, I'm going to get my fetch lands from the yard, it is not good enough. If you're paying 4 mana just to be able to play 2 lands every turn, I mean, my 4 mana was that, like, I, got 11 power of attackers in the air. Like, it's a little more complicated than that. But still, like, my 4 mana beat their 4 mana pretty easily. I guess my 4 mana was Guide of Souls, Philia, call it Soul Ring or whatever. 5 mana worth of stuff beats out that 4 mana every time. And then this Natural Order thing. Natural Order for Vaultborn Tyrant is certainly a good play. But that's also kind of 4 mana at sorcery speed. Like, I feel like you either need to do that faster or you need to get something that kills me. Because that wasn't good enough. This wasn't very focused. And I want to highlight that these lands right here, this was a good showcase of why these don't really work. They're not as good as... It's an Evolving Wilds. That's all it is. With limitations. Like, yeah, you can cycle it. But you know what? You can also cycle Triomes. And they don't cost you colored mana to do so. Like, I get that these are... But, like, they're equally rare in the cube. Like, the cycle is equivalent. I would take these over these every day of the week. And I'm not going to put this in my deck unless I'm desperate. And their mana base does not look desperate for what it seems like. It seems like they've got at least 2 Triomes. Possibly there was a third in there, but at least 2. I just think that if you're going to go for, I don't know. If you're going to draft a deck in the cube, you need to know how you win the game, right? And that might be, like a mid-range deck. You're allowed to draft mid-range decks. I've got a more aggressive slant on mine because I was lucky enough to get a good aggressive deck drafted. I saw the lane, I stuck to it. But, like, you can draft a mid-range deck and do great, Like, green, black with whatever can work. But you kind of need to have a good shell of, like, just some way to win around it, If you just play, like, the Sentinel of the Nameless City, the Merfolk that with Vigilance, that's a good card. But if you have nothing around it, it doesn't really matter. But if you can play that on, like, I guess my point is you need to be fast, or you need to have a way to prevent a fast opponent from just murdering you, and then slow but keepable. So Vista gets planes, and then we have, it doesn't really matter. I have perfect mana regardless. We can flash in a demi. I could just play a demi. I might counter it. I think I'm just going to play this. Against blue-red, they could have removal. But I am playing around counter spells before removal. We'll see what happens. This attacks pretty well. Okay, this could be... Oh, it's a Psychic Frog. Okay. We're going to make them pitch a lot of cards. If they would like to. They would not like to. Oh, they would like to. They have to discard 5 cards. Right? No. 3 cards. 4 cards? They have to pitch a lot of cards to keep this thing. Okay. You need to pitch 3 more cards? They pitched a mana drain for that? Ooh, yeah. I'm really glad that... Well, they might have held up mana drain. I don't know. How much does this Psychic Frog matter to you? Okay. 2 more cards. Still need another card. I'm just going to Flicker Wisp it next turn. That's pretty brutal. Excellent. So they pitched a lot just to keep that frog around. I'll take my damage here. This sucks, but like, if I can Flicker Wisp them, that is quite annoying, I would assume. Okay, they might have counter magic here. Is what it is if they do. I am going to get another red source because I've got the white in hand. Or the, yeah. See if this resolves. Bye-bye. Try again. You're good. If I draw a land, though, we're going to Glorybringer, maybe? Possibly. We'll see what this is. Psychic Frog is owning me pretty good here, but, like, I don't know. I would pitch Guardian Scalelord to a Solitude if I drew it. Yeah, sure. Not really sure why they didn't ninjutsu that, but, like, sure. No, because it draws them a card this way, too. That is pretty good, sure. They have 2 cards in hand? They'll have 3. So, Glorybringer won't kill the Psychic Frog. Bummer. Get Probe. Damn, that would have been nice if they could have Get Probe. Oh. I just had it the entire time, huh? Cool. Let's get the Monarchy into here. This helps. Parlor's not what I want to draw, but it's a step in the right direction. Now I know they're just going to get it back. Oh, what is this? Their own 4th Aerlingus for like 1,000,000 damage? So I draw a white source. Why didn't this untap? Oh, Kaido. Oh, they down to Kaido? Okay, we'll go to the next game. That's smart. Yeah. They got me. Oh, this is going to be harder. Just is what it is. I don't really want to bring in Sunfall. Hoses me more than it does that. I have not drawn Lelia any game. I mean, I've drawn Gut a couple of times, I think, but... Huh. I am paying the price for this whole 15 lands thing a bit, aren't I? Mm-hmm. This is ambitious, but it gets me Ophelia. go to the plateau. Probably just dies or it gets countered. That's okay. They have mana drain. This might be where they use it. Yeah, costs. So they're going to get 2 mana next turn. Actually, wait a minute now. Let's just do this. If they have it back, they have it back. Currently, they don't have white mana. The Demi is a card I can play, so Flicker Wisp. What are you going to do with 2 neutral? A Mind Stone, sure. Legion Extruder, sure. It's fine. I'm just gonna play Lelia now. Ooh. What if... I think it should just still be Lelia. That's fine. I keep the Monarchy. If they want to. No, they can't. Oh. I have flash creatures. Actually, let's make them waste their mana. Yeah, I like that a lot more. Mm-hmm. Okay, sorry, I've been very quiet. I apologize. This is one of those things where it's like it's a tight game. I'm not used to this sometimes. I'm sorry, that was probably bad television. Okay, big back and forth here. The 8 cards in hand doesn't feel great. Duress is going to get... What even was that I discarded just now? Smuggler's Copter? Sure, whatever. The rest's fine. We've got a Flickerwisp, Spellbinder. Guardian Scalelord is a card that's actually going to work out pretty well. Because it... Huh. Could get back in Eagles of the North? Then I could sack the Eagles of the North? Balance. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They are going to have to discard a card, sack a land, and then I lose my 2 creatures and keep the Monarchy. I don't really think this bothers me. I'm just going to Spellbinder. I mean, it could have been worse. Sure. They have 3 cards in hand, though, so... They're going to have to pitch all of them? Wait, can I... So, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, there's no way that I can do both. But I could Flickerwisp. So I could Spellbinder and then Flickerwisp the Spellbinder? And then they have to do it now? So Spellbinder. Definitely the Spellbinder. Okay, so here I am going to make it so that their Psychic Frog doesn't really work out well for them. Am I okay with Jace the Mind Sculptor? Can I think I can deal with a Grave Titan. Because here they can't attack with the frog. I'll just double block it. And then... Yeah, I don't know what they do from there. Because they... Now I have to pitch a card to kill both my idiots. I don't really see how this works out for them. Because they're just... Really? I get to keep it? That doesn't seem very good. Okay. Alright, that went better. It's a tight game, but I felt pretty positive about that. So, Grave Titan. I don't feel like I saw Reanimation. That might just be something they're playing to play. Grave Titan is a card that I'm happy to see in their deck. I don't think it's very good. It's annoying if you ever get it on the board, sure, but it's like 6 mana to do. And in their Psychic Frog, they could be very good at reanimating. It's a discard outlet on like, a game plan. So they play first. Let's see. See what we get. Hopefully a good keeper. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this. The reason why is this. Okay, it's kind of paying off now. Because I do have plays. Even if it's a little slow, I like what this is doing. So if they slam a frog here, that would mean they go land, frog, 5 in hand, and then I try to nug the frog with a chain lightning, they would literally have to pitch their hand, I think. Well, not literally, but they would have to pitch. Okay, yeah, we're doing this. And then I can just Philia it the next turn. Do I even bother? Do I just play Staff? Because if I go to 3, they discard a card, 2 cards, and then it's at 4, and it's taken 3, it has to take 1 more, then I Unholy Heat it, and they discard. So I'm dealing 5. They would have to pitch 4 cards, leave themselves with 1 in hand, then they have a big Psychic Frog, and I'm not Philiaing it yet. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play Staff of the Storyteller so I can block it. I might not even block it. Might. I think I'd like to get this Philia set up. Well, no. The Chain Lightning is for sure gone. So that plan becomes a little worse. So I'm likely to do what here? They take Foundry. That seems like a mistake. Because they are going to have 4 cards in hand. They have to pitch everything, because I'm now going to block the frog. They have to literally discard their hand here. Or... oh, wait. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to make them think that they have to do this. Oh, yeah, let's fight over this. They don't know this is coming. So this is... I'm burning 3 cards. But my hope is... I got to pitch another card. Let's see if we can get them with this, please. Come on. You have to pitch both the other cards. And then I'm just going to go ahead and path. You have to pitch your last card. I can balance too. Okay, they have no cards in hand. I'm going to slam Eulalia next turn. Alright, that was kind of cool. I don't know if that's the right play, but it did make them discard absolutely everything. And what do they draw here? They have 1 mana. Brainstorm or Ponder would be great. I mean, Treasure Cruise. Okay, I don't love Treasure Cruise here. They can lose focus, but they can't mana drain. Oh, no, they can lose focus. Can they, though? Yes. If they'd like to. Dismember. Bitter Triumph. Sure. Okay. Well, I got a pretty good next turn here. Currency Converter. We're getting close to Animate Colonnade. Ancient Tomb. I'm not even going to play that. I don't really want to. I'm going to flash in Philia. And that'll pop Staff. I mean, we got a game here. They're going to get to loot. Let's make you use the counterspell now. Okay, you choose not to. Philia is resolved. This could be wrong, but the reason I'm doing this is if they have the mana drain or whatever in hand, they don't get to just keep a card in hand. They have to spend it, and then Malcolm is literally draw and then discard, and it doesn't profit them in any way. Let's see what they discard. Currently can't animate Colonnade. They discard the lose focus. They either drew that or they had it. Funny. I could just play Eagles of the North. I think I will. Mana drain? Yeah, that's fine. You can mana drain. I'm gonna get to reset my Staff of the Storyteller. Ophelia's getting bigger. Okay. I'm alright with this. Yeah, that's fine. But I'm resetting my Staff, so we're trading resources pretty well here. I'm going to get to draw a card off mine. I'm going to get a way to block your Malcolm. Just not super concerned yet. The moment I draw fourth, the game's kind of over because they've shown me mana drain and lose focus. I don't think they have much else. They have fourth themselves. Oh, that could just kill me. Is this a Grave Titan? Okay. Grave Titan's a problem, I suppose. But I will just block the Malcolm here. Yeah, that's about one of the worst cards they could have drawn for me to have to beat. I guess the question is, do they want to suicide the Malcolm into the token? It gets a blocker out of the way for them, but... Oh well. Let's see if we can draw. We have Path gone. Solitude? Glorybringer. I want to draw a card. Plateau. Do I want to exert it to kill a token? I don't think that seems very profitable. So if I exert and I kill a token. So right now I'm taking 10 going to 8. Otherwise I'm taking 8. I think I can't. I'm just going to nug him for 4. Because here's the problem. Not the problem. Here's the strategy is that I'm going to draw Guardian Scale Lord. I don't know that that's the case, but if I do, I would like to have an attacker that can return something to the battlefield. I don't think I'm winning this game. It's a little late for 4th Year Lingus to be good. Animate. So I'm taking 14 to go to 4. Sure. Okay. Dang. Okay. They got me. Probably shouldn't have fought over the Psychic Frog. I probably should have just killed it. It was a cheeky play. Probably not a good play. But still, 2-1. Pretty good. Pretty happy with that. yeah, that's a vintage cube draft. I'm going to try to be a little more consistent on these, and see you in the next one.